The terrorist Trump must be defeated, must be destroyed, must be devoured at the ballot box. And then he and his enablers and his supporters and his collaborators and the Mike Lees and the William Barrs and the Sean Hannitys and the Mike Pences and the Rudy Giulianis and the Kyle Rittenhouses and the Amy Coney Barretts must be prosecuted and convicted and removed from our society while we try to rebuild it.
Been identified as 66-year-old James Hodgkinson from Illinois. He was shot and killed by police. And authorities are now poring over his social media accounts, which are filled with posts attacking President Trump and Republicans, including Congressman Steve Scalise. Scalise, a Republican from Louisiana, is one of 6 people injured in Wednesday's ambush. He remains in critical condition.
Nicholas John Roski. Neighbors and co-workers identify this as a 26-year-old who was arrested outside the Maryland home of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. His arrest affidavit indicating that Roski was upset about the leak of the Supreme Court draft decision regarding abortion and believed Kavanaugh would loosen gun control laws, so was, quote, thinking how to give his life a purpose, and decided that he would kill the Supreme Court justice.
Moments before he was killed, 18-year-old Kaylor Ellingson called his mom to come rescue him because 41-year-old Shannon Brandt was chasing him in the city of McHenry, where the street dance had just wrapped up. Court papers show Brandt told the 911 dispatcher that he just hit Kaylor Ellingson because the teen was part of a Republican extremist group.
When Brandt called 911, he identified that there was maybe a political motivation to what was occurring.
North Dakota Highway Patrol says they also have not confirmed that the teen belonged to any right-wing extremist group.
Man who was just arrested, Jonathan Casanova. Police say Casanova and Javier Lopez, who already appeared before a judge, approached Christopher Monzone walking on the sidewalk. Now, according to police, the two told Monzone he could not pass them on the sidewalk because he was a Republican, and that's when an argument ensued. After that, Lopez pushed Monzone to the ground and started punching him. Police say Casanova also started to kick the victim in the head. After that, Casanova went to his car, got 2 German Shepherds that were sitting in it, and told them to bite and attack Monzone.
Congressman Zeldin says that he was on that stage when the man walked up to him, grabbed his arm, and then said to him multiple times, "You're done." Zeldin is the Republican candidate running for governor. Videos taken by people in the audience show a man casually walking up on stage, grabbing Zeldin's arm and attempting to stab him in the neck with an object.
Much worse, they go on to say it's not a coincidence that just hours earlier, Kathy Hochul fanned the flames of hate by directing her supporters to his rally schedule.
So the Republican congressional candidate for the 14th district, Pat Harrigan, sending his family away over safety concerns after somebody fired a shot into the family home.
A shooting happened at the family home of GOP congressional candidate Pat Harrigan. The shooting took place last month, about 57 miles northwest of Charlotte, at Harrigan's father's house. His parents and 2 kids were inside the home, and while there were no injuries, the family says the incident caused tremendous stress on the family.
It's having real-world consequences, not just for me, but also for my family.
The Harrigan campaign says they've also received numerous death threats, which they've submitted to the police to aid in their investigation.
$75,000 for a man from Chicago, authorities say threatened Republican candidate for governor Darren Bailey.
They say Lennox said, quote, "I'm going to skin Darren Bailey alive and feed his family to him." He further said, "I know where Bailey lives, sleeps, and the school he works at. I'm going to make him scream and suffer. He better kill himself, and if he doesn't, I'm going to kill him." Police say Lennox admitted to making the threats and showed them Snapchat messages he sent to friends, bragging about being a political terrorist.
Bailey's opponent, Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker, commented on the threats, tweeting, quote, "The violent rhetoric and division we're seeing across the country is unacceptable. Hatred in any form has no home in Illinois." Tonight, President Biden will deliver remarks on threats to democracy ahead of the midterm election.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.